water in a certain temperature range. So between 45 Fahrenheit and 65 Fahrenheit, it's about 7 to 15 degrees Celsius. And they've done all sorts of studies about that, and that's what they prefer. So if you have your heater turned up way too high, they won't drink it. If you have it turned down too low, or you're chopping a water hole and it gets really cold, they will shy away from drinking as well. And then they can get impaction colic. And they also don't digest properly, and that digestion is what keeps them warm. That leads us into hay. So the hay that they eat is what they get what generates the heat inside their body. It's not the grains, it's not all the extra supplements, it's actually the hay that they're eating. So they need at least 50% of their diet to be roughage. And about like an average 1,000-pound horse would be getting somewhere around 22 pounds a day. And if that temperature drops below zero, for every 10 degrees, you need to add at least 2 pounds of hay. So sometimes it's 40 below here. That's a significant increase in their hay.
Okay, so you're thinking like a lot of the bales, square bales, they'd average like 60 pounds. So a third of it, maybe just where it's not really cold, but then maybe you'd have to put it up to where they get half a bale a day.
Yeah, throw in an extra flake morning and night.
Do you like to have them, because they're grazing animals, to have to where maybe it's free choice, they can be sort of grazing, nibbling on it all the time?
It is best for the digestion, for sure, absolutely. Some of these horses are such easy keepers, or our hay has such a high calorie content that we have to slow them down a bit, and that's where the nets come in handy.
Right.
You have to understand that sometimes it takes a while for your horse to learn how to manage that net. So they've got to, some horses will actually lose weight in the first couple of weeks because they don't know yet. They're not smart enough.
The net, for you folks that aren't maybe aware what it is, it goes over a round bale and it stops them from just standing there and eating all day and wasting a ton of hay. They've got to sort of pick at it. So it's more like grazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're not necessarily smart enough to understand that we put this net on there to slow them down a little bit. They got to kind of figure it out. But after that first, so you may have to pull some hay through the holes or encourage them to use it. Once they get onto it, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And it